Dan nu verder met twee Deense accordeonisten, Bjarke Mogensen en Rasmus Kjøller. En op hun cd staan 4 Russische componisten, onder wie Tsjaikovsky en wel de Arabische dans uit de notenkraker. Mythos duo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you.
That was a delicate Arabian dance.
Thank you very much.
There are 4 Russian composers on your new CD. Did one of them ever wrote an original piece for the bayan, for example?
Yes,
Do you
actually, Tsjaikovsky in
Okay.
his second suite for orchestra has 4 bayans in the orchestra playing 2 chords for I can't remember, like an eternity. It's a ba 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 ba. It keeps on going a bit, but he actually was the first one who wrote for the bayan.
Okay, not solo then.
No, it's not solo, but it was part of the orchestra.
Okay. Whenever I hear this instrument, it makes my heart blossom. You named your duo after this instrument.
Particular model of instruments, yes, it's a very expensive instrument, first of all, but it's also a very rare instrument. There's only exist around 30 of them in the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's because it's a hybrid between the Italian box makers, the box of the instrument, and inside we have Russian reeds. So it's sort of a hybrid between an Italian and a Russian.
That makes it expensive, or
that makes it very expensive and also very rare, because they were only made a few of these, and they are not in production anymore.
Okay.
So yeah.
And it's true you can really sing on this instrument.
Yeah, I believe that I'm singing through this instrument. That's,
Can you ever give a little example?
yeah, well, we have the end of the Arabian dance, or it's also called coffee. So you can maybe coffee, yeah. So you can kind of smell, yeah, the hot, warm, delicious coffee.
Okay.
So it's like. That's how you can. Well, that's. I would sing it.
Does this instrument has a character?
It has a lot of characters.
Okay.
Yes, it's a kind of you can call it a box full of music. It's with all these kind of registers we have here, we can give different characters.
How do you work together? Do you arrange? Because it's all arrangements, eh? Of course, of big orchestral pieces. How do you work together
It's
on this?
quite complicated because
Yes, I think so.
sometimes it's Rasmus who is doing he's writing it in his score, and I do the corrections or the modifications. And then, of course, it's very individual because we modify it for our needs or how we play, and we play quite differently, me and Rasmus. It's also, I think, one of the forces of our duo that we have very different opinions on how to make music that makes it more orchestral in a way that you actually have not only two colors from the instruments, but also from the personalities.
Yes,
which,
of course.
yeah.
But you use the orchestral parts or the piano scores?
Well,
or?
when I do it, I kind of make a huge work to collect as much material I can get as possible for this particular arrangement. So I have the orchestral score. If there's more versions, I have both orchestral scores. If there's piano version, I also have that. And then I see what especially if it's a composer who've made the piano arrangement, I see what he thought. Or
As
she
in
thought.
Petrushka, for example.
For example,
Yeah.
Petrushka, but also in Mussorgsky, and actually also in Tsjaikovsky. And there's also made a piano version of Borodin. So I take all these to see what is the most important, and then I choose. And then if there's a hand free, I look in the main scoring to see, you can hear that voice in the orchestra part. And then I add it. And then when I come deliver the score to Bjarke, I can say, this is a bit tricky, maybe we should change the hands. Then we make the modifications like this. Actually, Tsjaikovsky, the Nutcracker, was the first we made. You were 12, and I was, so it's 25 years ago. No, 15 years ago.
Together that long?
Yeah.
Wow.
We are from the same island, so we have also known each other from when we were very
you
small.
played accordion by
Yeah,
then?
yeah. We played accordion since.
And that made you friends also?
Well, yeah.
Yes. The last piece is from your isle, huh?
Yes, it's a piece that I arranged for two accordions. It's actually a Bornholmsk folk tune, a song from the 18th century, and we don't have very much folk music in Denmark, but this is a very special tune because you can almost hear that it's from Bornholm, since Bornholm lies very close to Sweden. It's a small island in the Baltic Sea, so I think you can hear the atmosphere in the song, and so we try to make it like the island is, very windy and sort of distant and far away from everything.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you that you were here. Beautiful CD, and it starts off with wind, huh? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank